everyone, and welcome back to Black Cats TV. We've won.
2-0! Come on!
2-0. As you can probably hear from the noise, Mike's there. Over there. Still don't know. Mike, what did you think?
I mean, clean sheet, 2-0. Great. I'm probably celebrating more than I should. Playing a team like Luton that are low down, we should just be a walk in the park, right? But we've needed that for a while. It's been a bit leery the last few games. And just through sheer luck, it's only 2-0 because it could have been 5, 6, 7 easily.
Yeah, definitely. And it seemed that way that once Lefay got his goal, which is first goal for Sunderland, a lovely finish, very similar to the Mundell goal down at Luton where he came in off the left-hand side and just fired it into the far corner. It settled us down, I think, at that point there, and sort of we were like, oh, right, this isn't going to be as frustrating as we thought. Granted, they still saw out the first half, but we were having chances, crosses across the box, but, without putting it away. Yeah. And then second half, we will go into this a bit further. I'm just speed running through the quick highlights, of course. While the second goal, hey, stop what you're doing and like and subscribe to this video now. I've caught you in the middle of a sentence. Do it now. Do it. Right, thank you. And then Isidore with his, I don't know what number now, because I was joking when I added on the Derby one, and now I've lost count with his 11th, 12th, 13th. Could be any.
I thought you said he was up to 10, or did you just...
He was up to 10 after the Derby one. So then he scored at Borough again since. And did he score against Watford? No. He didn't. So that must be 12 now. He's on 12.
We'll see. I don't know. Someone did tell me, I don't know how accurate it is. I can't pull the stats up this immediately. I was just having a quick look to see if I could. But Lefay had over 100 touches.
Yeah, I saw a few people put that in the comments of your live stream that you were doing there, that he'd done that, which you could easily see was very integral to the game. But the two others that really stood out for me and probably won't get as much praise because they didn't score or do anything there. I thought Dan Ballard, fantastic, came back in and just didn't even miss Chris Mepham. In fact, it seemed to give us a bit more urgency of getting the ball out of our back line and into the channels. Did you think instead of Chris Mepham maybe a bit slower, a bit more experiencing, and I'll do a little ball into here?
Yeah, it swings and roundabouts because Ballard has his qualities and he's always been that threat in a set piece to come up and get that header in. He's done it a couple of times, so he's always got that string to his bow as well. But I do think Mepham just reads balls coming in better. When we're playing a team like Luton who do that long ball a lot, I like Mepham there because Mepham. I like him there because he gets there and he gets the head on it early.
It'd be amazing, and this is such an awful thing to say about Luke O'Neill because he's been fantastic. But if you could play Mepham and Ballard at the same time, it'd be fantastic. But O'Neill does not deserve to be dropped at all either, really, though. So
no.
But the other one, obviously, we did a video about him the other day and the sort of position and impact that he has for Sunderland. Bellingham,
he's
the midfield.
It doesn't. You can't pinpoint a game-winning tackle or a game-winning through ball from him, but he's involved in everything, and he's a nightmare for them. And I think that's what's added to it. But Neil had a great game today as well.
Neil's great as well.
Neil had a really good game, taking on players, stuff like that. No really stupid mistakes. We saw glimpses of that one-touch football from Sunderland that we saw at the start of the season with some great passing. So, I was happy with that.
It was really nice to see that. It sort of felt like normally in those games we're getting a bit nervous, or they're going to equalise, or they're going to do this. It felt like it's coming. It's fine. We're playing really well. It's not like it felt different to what we're not sitting back is probably the way it was on there. We didn't go 1-0 and went, right, that's it, shut up shop.
But we did start to sit back in the last 10, 20 minutes again. It did start to happen again, which was frustrating, but one or two players made the difference. And it was Neil and Job that went from us sitting back to turning and making it into an attack. So, but we did have that moment. Forward. We did have that moment, even at 2-0 up, where we started inviting that pressure on, like at the 60, 67, 68th minute. And it kind of started to make me nervous. But a big factor of that could be between 62 and 67 minutes, they brought on 4 changes.
Mm.
Paula, Brown, Adebayor, Naismith. These aren't just like youth players getting a run out. These are quality players. 4 fresh legs. And we didn't make a sub till 76 minutes.
No, well, I think they probably knew the Plymouth score and how really bad that was for them, that Plymouth have smashed Millwall and now they're bottom of the league, Luton. They really needed the points, as we were saying in our preview, that Luton weren't going to come here and just frustrate and play for a point. They needed to win this game just as much as we did, really. Unfortunate that I think Burnley managed to win down at Hull as well, or if Hull were at home. Yeah, they beat them 2-0. Currently, in the 91st minute, Sheffield United are 3-1 up against Borough.
I thought they were going to do us a favour at one point. I thought they were going to get that draw. That's clearly not happened.
No, I think the only favours we're going to have to do is we're going to have to beat Leeds on Monday night ourselves, and then Leeds have got Sheffield United the game afterwards.
No problem. I predict Mundell will be back for that one, and Lafay will be in the centre, and we'll see a firing on all cylinders. Sunderland.
Well, speaking of Lafay in the centre, I did think Rigg was having a really good game. He looked a lot more. I didn't
really good.
First,
Really.
Let me finish. I'll be honest. I didn't notice him for the first 10, 15 minutes, and I saw it at one point. I went, "Oh yeah, I forgot you were playing." But every time I saw him on the ball, it felt like he was hustling, like he did it earlier on in the season. He was nipping in front of people, getting the ball. He was also just trying to. I'm not saying he had a game like Job or Dan Neil did. I'm just saying this was better from him than we've probably seen since his injury. And then obviously I think he got a really strong tackle and he didn't quite recover from that one and had to come off as well. But I was sitting there going, this was better. And maybe it was because he was playing in a system where he knew where Job was, he knew where Neil was, that he played in all season. He knew Roberts is out there, he knew Isidor's up top with him. He hasn't played a lot with Lafay, but still.
He looked better than he has done in the last couple of games. So hopefully that's just a gradual thing as he gets back from injury and he starts to get better and better. But I mean, can we just talk about Lafay's goal?
Yes. We'll go back to Lafay's goal, but like and subscribe while you're here.
Yes, like, subscribe, and cream over Lafay.
Go and watch our short of Mike's reaction to that goal with the goal footage underneath it as well.
It was absolutely stunning goal. Perfectly placed. Far right corner. The keeper wasn't getting to that. Even the Luton players looked stunned.
There's an angle from the south stand where you see he takes that touch just to give himself and he just bends it round 2 players that clearly are in the keeper's eye line. So he knew exactly where he was putting it. He wasn't just sort of thinking, I'm at this angle, it's roughly there. It was clearly a sort of like, he can't see this if I whip it round these 2 on here. And it just showed his class. It felt really, what's the word, like he didn't put any effort into it. Just bang, bottom corner. No real strain, no real effort.
Natural,
just like, that's just normal.
And he tried to get one of those curling round like he did one of the other games.
The Burnley game where he passed it out outside the foot.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to do that for Isidore, but it didn't quite come off, and it went straight to the keeper. And you could see his frustration. You could see what he was trying to do with that. But Isidore wasn't firing on all cylinders today.
No,
some moments he was right in front of goal.
There was a couple in the first half, I think, where it came across, and I was thinking, you're not quite in that right position still there. But we can't criticise too much when he's got 12 goals for us, and he is continuing to score in games. A bit like they said it in the Borough game that he had like 2 touches, and then his next touch he was running through on goal and scored.
4 touches, 1 goal.
Exactly.
What the goal he scored was a bit lucky because it was a deflection off them that came to him.
Bounced to him,
but even if their player hadn't touched it, it was coming to Job, so it kind of would have ended up there anyway.
Yeah.
And he just turned and he slotted it in. The good thing is he made no mistakes there. He did put it in.
Instant reaction. Didn't take a touch to sort of set himself. He knew where the goal was and just hit it.
Yeah. Whereas Lafay later on took a touch when he should have hit it. The
one that Roberts hit the post with. By the way, that run from Roberts where he megs like 3 players, unbelievable. And I know
he deserves
I'm
a
not
goal so
much. He just really deserves something because every time he comes out of a game, you're going, well, he did that moment that was really good. And did anything come of it? Well, no, but it looked great.
He did, honestly. He had magic feet today, Roberts. It was like watching him a year or 2 ago, and he not only delivered 2 balls straight into the centre that any really good poacher would have got a goal out of, he also hit the post that time, which almost came out for a deflection straight to Lafay's feet. But
Lafay's touch sort of let him down, and then his second touch was almost just as bad and out into the stand.
And I'm watching the constant replays on my screen here because obviously I've just done the live commentary, and I've just seen the other one where Job got it across, and it could have been a tap in for Roberts at the back post.
Mayenda and Roberts were lining up.
We've been this close for this being a 5-6, 7-0 game.
Yeah, especially at the end, you had Isidore sort of 2-on-2 with Mayenda, squared it across, but the defender just nipped in front of Mayenda to cut it out. You've had that one that goes across 2 plays. You've had Roberts hitting the post, bouncing back out to Lafay. Just it could have been more. That's not a criticism at all. I'm very happy with 2-0. It's just that was actually a nice thing to see, that we didn't just go 2-0 and we only really had 2 proper goals. We seem to be going like, well, we could have had, like you say, 4 or 5 easily.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? I know you're hosting this, but I want to throw a little question in here on the side of this. Do we have another striker in Abdullahi? Because
I hope
we don't review the youth games, but we did put his hat trick up on the shorts.
And his goal from the other game beforehand as well.
And he's got 4 goals in 2 games.
He'll be banging on the door to be on the bench soon. I think they're probably just trying to get a bit of match experience, sharpness, if you will, into him. But he has to be an asset that we could at least bring off the bench, of course. And this is us even forgetting about, is it Jaden Dans?
Who he's injured at the moment.
At the moment, but could be, a couple of weeks away from being in with us as well. But maybe Abdullahi might be one that we use towards the end of the season and a bigger part player next season. Who knows?
I'd love to see him as a 2.
I know. Well, when Mayenda came on and there was about 5 minutes where him and Isidore on together, I thought it was really interesting to see Isidore look up for somebody else rather than sort of being that focal point, because he tried a couple of times just to get the ball to Mayenda, and it was a bit like, okay, so he isn't just this, just give it to me and I've just got to go for the goal. He has the option for the other.
Well, we've seen him play on the left, and he can make a run.
But especially when Mayenda's more being the one who finds Isidore with his the chance against Watford, the goal against Sheffield United, where he finds the runs for him. So it's nice to see. Wish we would play 2 more up top, but
this is the thing I did mention at the start of my stream is apparently Labrie said when they played Plymouth, we should have played 2 up front because it was a lower down team, and he wished he'd played 2 up front. And what does he do? He sets up for a team that's at the bottom of the league again with 1 up front.
Yeah, but he did take off the very defensively minded Samed, so he did mix it up a bit, I think, in terms of the...
That was just because Job was back.
Well, there's that, but I sort of think if let's say if Job was out again now, I'd like to see him go, right, the next option isn't to put on Samed, the next option is probably Alexic, because you want to keep someone on who's forward-thinking, forward. I mean, ideally, you'd move Enzo and Mundell or Watson are out there.
And again, Alexis has performed every time he's come on. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wish he could put away these one-on-ones that he keeps getting.
Yeah, but he gets them,
Again, there's a short on our channel further back where he scored a goal against Benfica, where he ran from the halfway line around 4 people and just slid it under the keeper. And you're sitting there going, you did that against Millwall and you did that against Watford, and you didn't score either of them, and that would have been an extra 4 points for us.
Yeah, everyone's finding the feet, but we can't complain.
No,
2-0.
absolutely not. Fantastic result, and we march on together to Leeds United on Monday night. Yes, I did just do that.
But we've also had people get the predictions right.
That's true. Oh yes, nearly forgot. So there's 2 people. They're both on our comments in the preview. Let me just get their names. It was Gwen Hartley and, I'm hoping I'm guessing this right, Kai 58 Young 95 is his full username. So both of them are on the leaderboard with, is it just 3 points, I guess, for getting it right? 3 points?
Yeah. 3 points for a correct result. There's no.
So they're both on there. We're not even on there. We haven't got anything right.
It's between you two right now. You're joint first for who's going to win our little goodie
or
bag
joint
at the end
last,
of the season.
whichever you'd prefer. Both joint first and last.
Yeah. hopefully somebody will pull ahead so we don't have to pay out for 2 goodie bags. But if we do, we do. So,
We do.
we'll see.
We've got options, is what we're saying. Who was
options.
your man of the match for the game?
It has to be Enzo with his touches and with the difference he made down that side. However, it's such a close one in this one. I wanted to give it to Neil.
That's impressive for you to want to give anything
Exactly,
positive to
yeah.
Neil.
But I feel like it would be the most improved player trophy rather than the man of the match trophy.
That's fair.
But yeah, Enzo for me, purely based on the touches and stuff. We just need to get these set pieces right.
Yeah. I noticed, by the way, just quickly, our first corner he had again still went to the first man. And it was just funny to think, again, as we said the other day, how come we've got worse at set pieces, yet we just scored 2 set pieces in the previous game? Like
some sort of weird fluke, but
Yeah.
I think we just definitely need a set piece coaching. Who's your man of the match?
I'm going to give it to Job. I just thought he was absolutely all over that midfield. He made Sirkin look so much better because he had the protection there for him. He was putting in heavy challenges, winning us the ball back, driving us forward, giving us another option, bombing on with Isidore. He was instrumental in winning the ball back for the second goal and getting it back there. So, yeah, I just had to give it to Job. And there might be a little bit in that of how much difference he made from Watford to this game. But I thought it was a fantastic performance from him.
Do you know what? If Roberts had got that goal and it hadn't hit the post, or Roberts had got that assist, he'd have easily been the man of the match because he made himself absolutely. He tore up.
This was one of his best games so far, I would say, for Roberts, and it's just like you say, so annoying that he just doesn't have anything to show for it still. He must be fuming.
Oh, I bet.
Anyway. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stop now if you're still here. Do it now. Mike, do you want to say your goodbyes?
You're pointing the wrong way.
This way. This is Mike.
Thanks for watching. Thank you to everyone who joined me in the live stream. And there'll be another one coming soon for Leeds. Is it 8 o'clock kickoff?
It's 8 o'clock Monday night, yeah.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock kickoff on the Monday. So, yeah. Join me again for Leeds, and hopefully we'll have no technical difficulties with this one.
And 3 points as well, and another 3 points.
Another 3 points, and take 3 points off Leeds. So, yes, like, subscribe. Love to you all. Thank you very much.
Can't say any better than that. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on the preview for Leeds United. See you later.